and welcome to my video. My name's Helen Smith. I am the Cheerful Crafter and a Stampin' Up independent demonstrator in the United Kingdom. I am creating this video to take part in the Stamp Around UK video blog hop, and today's theme, or the theme for this, is spring, back to spring. Now spring can mean different things to different people. The brights, the oranges, the greens, the bunny rabbits, the chicks. To some it's new growth, especially those of us that want to get back in the garden. For some it's the pastels, but today I'm taking inspiration from the lovely from the Joyful Squares designer series paper, and the colours that I've picked out that I'm going to be using is Peach Pie, Old Olive, no, I'm going to pull that one out, Pool Party, Petal Pink, and Secret Sea, and for some depth, Strawberry Slush. And I'm going to be showing you how to create 4 cards from one sheet of cardstock plus your card bases. This is one that I made with some other colours. So I'll show you how to create that. It's really good I tend to batch a load of these cards, and then when I need them, just add a sentiment. So I'm not decided on which sentiment yet, but we can probably use one from these new sets which I've got. The Joyful Squares, I quite love these days, and I'm using the little leaf from that for my stamping. And then lovely arrangements, which will also be a virtual class, which Stampin' Up have just announced. This is the second time of using these stamps for me. And I know we're all wondering how to store our stamps now we've got the new packaging. But I saw another demonstrator, and she actually tucked the flap into the back so that she can just do it like so. I then went on with a fine Sharpie pen to carefully, not very tidily, drew round the stamp, so obviously I can see how many stamps I've got missing when I tidy up my craft desk. So that might be a little tip for some of you. So I haven't made any yet in these colours, so this is just to show you how you don't have to overthink when we're stamping. I am the queen of overthinking. So when I first started doing these one sheet wonders, it was like sending me to another planet. But anyway, I have mastered it. You'll need a ruler and a pencil, paper trimmer, simply chamois, and some card for us when we make the bases when we've finished. So we'll do it on a standard card size base, which is the 14.8 by 10.5. Then we'll be doing the top layer, which 4.4 by 10 centimeters, and the white we need it to be 14 by 9.5. So I always trim my cardstock on the white to start with, and then I draw my central lines on it, because obviously I don't want to then cut off the what I have stamped. So I do the preparing first. So we can get 4 layers out of this. So I want to take that to 9.5. Well, let's do it this way first. So 28 centimeters, which is just 11 inches. And then I want I don't want to cut it because I want to keep it as one piece. So 9.5 plus 9.5 will be the brain's gone dead. 19. Yeah. So it's just trimming the edges off. So 19. So this is our starting point of basic white cardstock. So then you can use your grid paper or a ruler. So we want to do that 9.5. So I want to put a little dot there, just a light mark, and I can do it along as well. 9.5, and here, just so we can put a very faint line, 9.5. So that will be our line that way. And then if we turn it that way, so that'll be our line that way. And then we want to do 14. That will be our line that way. And 14. Line it up, use your grid paper. I'm sure that's, I might be slightly off a few millimetres there. But, so just a real gentle line, and then turn this and use your grid paper. So put that on your central line, and then just helps keep it, gives you the idea. Okay, oh, we're slightly off, but we get the idea. So let's make some space and open our inks. Put this here, strawberry slush, peach pie. I have an apple pie. I don't know if I've had a peach pie. Petal pink, pool party. I'll open Old Olive. I'm not sure if I'll use it yet. And I'll open Secret Sea. It might be too much. Okay. So really, and Simply Shimmy. And then I probably will just put this back into here. So I tend to start with the larger ones first in the lighter colours, and it really is just go with how you feel. So let's get started. So with stamping, obviously it's dab, dab, dab. We don't want to perform CPR, and we're randomly going to stamp, which is quite nice if you're, and we can go in over the line. So it's quite nice to create a frame. And let's remember, we are crafters, not artists. I know there are some amazing artists within Stampin' Up, but that's not why I got into Stampin' Up. And we're just going to really build. Again, don't overthink it. With some, you might want to come more into the card. And it's quite nice that these stamps are what I call hollow stamps. I'm sure that's not the correct phrase, and I've got a little bit of ink there, so I might come along the bottom. So you could colour them in with your Stampin' Blends pens. But the essence of this is to make a real quick and easy card. So I think I'm now going to try and just bring in, just going to test and see. Okay, that's quite nice. I'm going to bring in some of the strawberry just now to start to add a bit of depth. I mean, you'll be doing this and think, well, that's nothing special, but you'll see as it builds up. And I know we like to try and keep it random, so if you do have a little bit of Like me, I used to think, oh, it's all got to be level and matching and parallel. It doesn't, you know, nature isn't like that, is it? I'll just give that a wipe. Let's see how deep the peach pie comes. So that might be my bottom one. Okay, there's not a lot of difference between the peach pie and the petal pink. Okay, interesting. Interesting. So let's have a look at the pool party. So I'm just going to stamp here first. Move the blocks away, Helen. Oh, okay, so I can do it like that and do. Okay. Actually, I'm not happy with a little mark on that. A little piece of. I think it's quite nice keeping. Okay, so that's now adding a bit of depth. And this really is hashtag simple stamping. Oh, I like that. I mean, you might want to keep one more leafy than another, bearing in mind where you're going to put your. You can half stamp off, you know, just get the edge of a. I think I'm going to come from the bottom here. Okay, so I'm thinking now that we need some block of colour. So I'm going to try and see, this is from the Joyful one. I'm going to see how I feel that this stamps. Okay, yeah, I think it needs some pink or something that with a bit of just a little bit more block. Yeah, definitely. Do you agree? Do you agree, ladies and gents out there viewing? Come on, stop thinking. Stop thinking. You see how we're just building it up? I'm quite liking doing that on the, following it through. So this is my favourite part so far. We need to come back and work on this in a moment. So I think I'm going to try and bring this down slightly into the main part of the card. Oh. Okay. Okay. So this is quite nice that it's less busy. So what I'm going to do is just over spill those, slightly move the, so it looks like it's a two-tone, like a two-tone petunia. I think that petal pink is not quite the right colour, but I quite like that we're making it. Let's go back to this one. We've got to be careful that we don't overkill it with the pink. But then can you ever have too much pink? Right. So now if we were to think we've cut it at that, you know, have we got enough decoration? Is there any? No, let me just have a look in. No, I don't want to overkill it, if that makes sense. Do I want to put anything else on it? I think I need to take the leaf to make that go a bit further. Let's try clean off the smaller leaf. So we've done that in the, just don't forget there, it doesn't matter if we bring in another colour because there'll be let's just see what, they're going to be 4 separate cards, aren't they? So for example this one, but then do we spoil it? No, we can work on it this way. I'm not going to do many of this old olive because it's not yeah. What do you think, ladies? Okay. Yeah, I don't dislike that. Okay. Okay, so let's close these up. I don't think I'm going to mess anymore, but it's that, you know, colours are all down to individual choice. So sorry, I'm being a bit noisy doing this. Always put them away because they'll end up where they shouldn't. So next we'll get the paper trimmer back and we will trim those on the line that we created, like so, and like so. And if you feel, once you've cut them, I've got a bit of ink on the bottom there, if you feel once you've cut them that when you look at them individually, actually, I think that one I might just put a little bit of green there, and the rest I think are okay for what I want. So we'll just go back to that old olive very quickly. And ultimately crafting is whatever brings you pleasure, isn't it? Yeah, that's better. Just puts that. It's good to work in the odds. I like that where those have gone up, so I'm pleased with those. So for 1 second I'm going to put those to the side and then just quickly make some card bases and some layers. So I think I'm going to go for strawberry slush. Put those there. So a real quick and easy way to create your card bases. Go to 10.5 and score. Turn the card across to 14.8 and cut the card, and that creates you 2 bases. I've never done that before in my life. Normally though. I'm going to do that again. So 10.5. I don't think I was looking at the right. And just under, yeah, that's good. That's better, Smith. That's better. Went a few millimetres off that. Okay, and let's have a look at some pool party for our mats. Some scraps there. Put that to one side. And we're looking at 14, just over sort of there, 14.4. Okay. And just test that out. Yeah. And then the white would, let's just check that we're, the white I'll probably just take a millimetre or so off. So I'll look and take it off that side. So that would go on there. And then that would go on there. And then let's do a, what other colours are we? Let's do that one with it. Well, it's got a mark on it. Now we'll just do these two. Use those others for a bookmark. Let's do a different colour base just to pull out that peach pie. Might just happen to have, albeit a little bit smaller layer. I'll just take a few millimetres off there. Don't be afraid to use up your scraps. I use up scraps that are decent pieces. I'm not one of these demonstrators that keeps every single bit of cut off and scrap. I'm not a hoarder either. So that will go on there. Right, happy with that. So let's look for sentiment. And where's my, where did I plop the, here. Actually, with it being quite a nice big one, let's, is that going to be too big? Yeah, it's going to be too big. Some little tags of thanks. Ooh. Okay, let's do a, oh, take them out. Where did I put them? Okay, let's do, so we can choose which way we want to do it. Want to have the card, so we could go that way. Let's remember this is what we call simple stamping. We don't want to overthink it, we don't want to complicate it, we just want to enjoy and get pleasure from what we create. Let me Just check because it's a new stamp. Add the glue. Onto the mat. Colours make us think of spring. And if that's what we've achieved today, then we succeeded in our challenge. So add that to the mat. So you could put a mat in. Should we go with that or should we go Secret C? Let's go Secret C. It's one of my favourites. Shall we do the same? Love these days. Meaning we love the days of spring coming. That was quick, Helen, thinking of that. And we'll do that this way. It's a lovely font, this. I love that font. You can add some gems. I'm not going to for the purpose of this video, but you've got your gems. And you can build it up more if you want more, you know, use different stamp sets. I just think the thing is, don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. Make yourself a nice little batch of cards. So that today is my 2 cards, which we could go on and make 4 with the others. I'm not sure about that one, so I'll discard that one. But that one would be nice on a... But for today, love these days, spring, stamping around UK blog. Thank you for watching, and all of my details are below in the captions. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.